Hey guys, today we are diving into the incredible story of a French giant who came and conquered the United States. This story is mind-blowing. I'm French too, and like him, I aspire to make it big in the USA, so his journey completely fascinated me. So, let's get started. André-René Roussimoff was born in France in 1946. From a young age, it was clear he was different. He was already taller and stronger than kids his age. At 12 years old, he stood at 6.2 feet and weighed 242 pounds. You understand that? At 12 years old. Naturally, when his father saw his son with his strength and size, he thought, "Perfect, my son, come work with me at the farm." And André did the work of 3 people all by himself. Can you imagine that? 3 people? What the hell? But one day, a manager for a wrestling school took a stroll in André's town for some fresh air and saw the giant. Immediately thought, "You're going into wrestling and you're going to demolish them all." So sure, André, tired of chopping wood, hopped into the car with the manager and drove to Paris to try his hand at wrestling. But André was broke, and wrestling at the time was at an amateur level, so he wasn't getting paid. During the day he worked as a mover, literally carrying the entire moving truck on his back, and at night he wrestled, and you know what? André did pretty well. I mean, if I were a wrestler, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with that monster either. Can you imagine being trapped under his hairy knee? No, you don't want, guy, you don't want. Months passed and he was finally ready for his first official match, where André, 6.8 feet and 308 pounds, was going up against a guy who weighed 242 pounds. Just look at the size difference on the poster. It look like a battle between the mountain from the Game of Thrones. And we all know the ending. However, the real adventure for André was about to begin right after a wrestling match in the United States when Vince McMahon, the creator of the WWF, was so impressed by André that he decided to sign him. And quickly in 1970s, André the Giant, yes, that was they called him when he arrived in the USA, became a sensation in the world of wrestling. His size, strength and charisma won over a crowd worldwide. He truly became a giant in the industry. But we have been talking about the good stuff so far. But beyond the bright light and the cheers from the audience, André was carrying a heavy burden. His health was in danger, and he was battling constant pain. You see, he had an incurable disease called acromegaly. Acromegaly. It just kept growing and developing, and like most of us, stopped growing around age 20. Already, nothing was his size. He had to buy 2 airplane tickets, everything was too small for him, but his health was the real issue. The human body couldn't handle that much weight, that size. Those with this condition rarely live past 40, and the only solution was surgery. But he was at the peak of his career and decided to do nothing, fearing it would end his wrestling career. So he continued for many years, and the more of wrestled, the more he suffered. But let's get back to the wrestling. One of the most memorable moments in André's career was his epic showdown with Hulk Hogan. I was a total fan of Hulk Hogan when I was young, with a little blonde mustache. Very cheesy when I think about it, yeah. A rivalry, oh, it's very hard this word for me, you know, I'm just French. A rivalry that got millions of fans around the world pumped. Hulk Hogan was just starting his career and needed to defeat the unbeatable Andre the Giant to become the champion. That's easy. But Andre was already past his prime during the match. He took a break and couldn't keep the way he used to. Hulk Hogan even managed to leave the Giant, but later admitted he hurt his back doing so. In the end, Andre had to make an earth-wrenching decision: retire and step away from the ring. It was the end of an era. We saw Andre make occasional appearances later, but he was using crutches and suffering with every move. He also used his fame for charity, creating the Andre Giant Foundation to help people with the same condition as him. The real greatness of Andre the Giant lies here. He inspired the world in the kindness and generosity he showed to others. He persisted until the end just to make his fans happy at the expense of his. Andre the Giant returned to France in 1993 to attend his father's funeral and ease his mother's grief. Unfortunately, a few days later, the world mourned Andre the Giant's passing at the age of 46 due to a heart failure caused by his condition. That's the end of Andre the Giant's story. A tale of size, strength, determination, a story that captivated the world. By the way, a few months ago I was at the Comic-Con and I saw some Andre the Giant figurines which prove its significance in the world of wrestling. And in 2014, the WWE created the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale as a tribute to the legend. So, we hope this video allowed you to discover or rediscover the legend of Andre. Okay, don't forget to subscribe because it's my first YouTube video on this channel. And leave a like if you want to hear more incredible stories. Thank you for all guys and
c'est la jungle et si tu chasses pas c'est toi qui vont dévorer. J'arrive, je repars saisonnier. Où est le chemin de la zone mais je mets des coups de